you're having a nice day. And I'm back with the stream here again. And in this stream, we are going to play some games. The weekend is on us, guys. I hope you have a nice weekend. All right, so we're going to start with the root trees are dead, and after that, we'll see. The plan is to also play Beyond the Age of the Owl's Guard. So we have two games here. I don't know about third one if we're going to play any third game, but we'll see. So the thing about the root trees is that I have not been able to make a lot of progress. Yeah, especially yesterday because we're just not getting the stuff. Not the pictures, obviously. Where are the pictures? That's the problem. No pictures, so that just kind of puts a dent in our plans. Okay, Hudson guy, we know. Okay, so we know all about. We know all about the Hudson's affairs. I need to also find out about these people. Christine Farrow, Stephen Garland. Okay, I have to look up Antonelli's, right? Let's start with Antonelli's. Okay, apparently this is wrong. Stephen Garland? Seriously? Steve Garland, Stephen Garland. I thought I would find it. No, Stephen Garland apparently. Christine Garland. How do I search it? God damn it, come on. James Robert. No, that doesn't work. Garland. I'm pretty sure it's Antonelli's, right? Let me just make sure. Let's see the spelling. Where did I find that Antonelli's thing? It was not here. Antonelli's. It's Antonelli's, not Antonelli. Yeah, that's the problem. Italian restaurant. Okay. Rochelle Zimmer. Puff Piece. Christine Garland. Steve Garland. Boston, okay. Rochelle Zimmer. Okay, that's pretty cool. Rochelle and husband Mark Zimmer. Bookmarks. Steve Garland. Okay, Lauren book signing in bookmarks apparently. We have to look up Mark Zimmer. Mark Zimmer. Oh, we have something. Kitchen Tales was a story-based recipe book credited to Mark Zimmer that had some success after it was featured on a morning talk show. The book released before the internet was widespread, so mentions are rare. One book collector states that the publishers were unprepared for the demand and there was no second printing, so it's unusual to find a copy in the wild. You find an alternative medicine website which focuses on cooking with natural ingredients. It mentions that one of Kitchen Tales recipe used salt water. The owner of the site has included a scan of the recipe which was added to your evidence. She says if you switch out the salt water in the recipe for a mix of 2/3 spring water and 1/3 filtered seawater, it tastes great. Okay, there are two evidence here. The plated loaf. Kitchen Tales is a book that combines recipes and stories. It had mild popularity but seemed to disappear from online marketplace in 92. You found a scan of one story on a website. It demonstrates how to bake plated loaf. For years, two bakers, Flora and Yates, flirted. They grew their friendship, compared recipes, and combined knowledge. She loved his salt and pepper bread. He adored her rosemary cheeks. They thought sweetly about one another, but he was one day whisked away, conscripted to bake the army's bread. By the oil of the lamp, Flora's tears began to salt her bread. The recipe asked the readers to combine flour, yeast, sugar, olive oil, and rosemary, combine the salt and water together, and add to the mixture and whisk until the dough begins to form. It was 10-12 years later that they met again, seemingly by fate. Flora's unique dough had earned her a position as the king's personal baker. Yates has found success as well. He baked for the kingdom's 45 diplomats. One day they returned from the Dutch Isles with a gift, 450 unbaked loaves, and were sent to the palace bakery to teach a method that required no kneading. Allow the dough to brew for 10 to 12 hours, then spread it out and let Let's sit for over 45 minutes on a floored baking sheet with no kneading. Next, prepare a Dutch oven preheated to 450 degrees. Upon seeing Yates, Flora was both delighted and distraught. She felt as if she was torn in two. She had not been made aware of the gift and had already prepared buns for the palace ovens. She wished to greet Yates warmly but was struck by fear that she'd be unable to bake with her, that she had faced retribution for being unprepared. She cried to Yates, adding more salt to her dough. Cut the dough into two equal pieces and lightly sprinkle salt across the top of only one of them. Yates eased her pain. He insisted she had no obligation to prepare for a return she thought impossible. But he shared her fear of retribution. He knew if they did not solve her predicament, they'd miss the final chance to bake together. In the end, instead of wallowing in the present, they worked together to shape the future. They twisted and entwined their doughs and baked them as one. Thus was born the plated loaf. Word quickly spread of this new delight. The king's decree on the royal parchment was that it would be considered a delicacy. Roll and twist the pieces to entwine them, and then take the twist and wrap around the inside of the Dutch oven, atop parchment from outside inward to make a spiral. Bankrolled by King, Flora and Yates spent their days baking together. They traveled for 45 years and then settled down for 15 more. Their souls were golden with no regrets. Lastly, bake for 45 minutes, remove lid and observe until crust is golden brown, which could take up to 15 minutes. Alright, so this is very indirect, but we do know that when Steve wrote his recipe, he uses real life anecdotes and turn them into another form so that they would be interesting for the readers. So now we know that Christine and Steve, they were friends. Then he went to army or something. Then when they met again, she was already pregnant, and then they married. And the first child, James, is obviously his child, Guy Hudson's child. Unfortunately, there is no nothing, no hint about the name, no current hint. That's the problem. Plated loaf. What does this mean? 45 diplomats. Flora and Yates. Yates is the guy, right? He baked for the kingdom's 45 diplomats. Maybe he was a cook in the mess, army mess. Okay, this is confusing. One day they returned from the Dutch Isles with a gift, 450 unbaked loaves, and were sent to the palace bakery to teach a method that required no kneading. Upon seeing Yates, how do I move here? That's the question. I don't think right now there's anything of relevance. This 45 diplomats thing is just a bit interesting to me. Like, what's that about? Kingdoms 45 developments. Stephen Garland. Private Stephen Garland. Look, should I look up something like that? Captain Stephen Garland. Florine Yates. Okay. Kitchen Tales by Mike Zimmer. Let me look up public library. I don't think. Garnishing the Truth. Garnishing the Truth is a cookbook story creator Garland and Zimmer, released in '94. Quite successful. Multiple putting the book review. Recipes are accompanied by stories that help. Okay, that I know that. Garland and Zimmer. There's nothing in here. Christine, thank you for your support. And James and Robert. Mark Zimmerman. God dang it. Okay. Bankrolled their souls, you know, the great. What is this thing? 45 diplomats. This is something interesting. That's interesting. That's intriguing me. 45 diplomats. A couple of article, Antonales. Gourmet for Groovy. That was from 91. Local author sued. Garland, Tales. Okay. Gourmet for Groovy. Let's search that. Nothing is here. Nothing new, especially Christine Farrow. Is this the right spelling? Pharoh. Christine. I mean, they moved to Boston, right? Let me just look up everywhere. What was the name of the second book? Garnishing the Truth. Oh, this was the one, right? Not here, maybe somewhere. Not obviously here. I don't know why, but I feel like this affair may be of Clark Rafferty. So we have this thing, but I don't think this is of any use. King's personal baker. That means that would mean president's secretary, right? Shiva's Guy Hudson's secretary, but this is such a unique way to say that. Unique though. He backed for Kingdom's 45 diplomat. What does this mean, 45 diplomat? Stephen Garland? Was he in the army or something? I think it's Steve Garland anyway, not Stephen. I already know these things. I already know these things. What should I look for? We also know nothing about Beth, but I think for this one I have to wait until she gets back. I also have to find about Clementine's daughter, Colleen Webb. So we know that the daughters were using the surname Webb instead of Clementine. That we know. So how do I find her? Colleen Webb. Colleen Webb, right? I found the name. There's nothing about her though. Look at that. You can't search the name. Okay, when he worked for an airline, we don't know what airline did he work for. Is there a thing here? Multnomah County. Multnomah. Okay, let's look this up. Is a county in Portland, Oregon. Okay. Correction division. Corrections, right? Okay, that doesn't work. Multnomah County, okay. There's also no clue here. Most clues are in this one. Elias, Carl, and Raina were on the cover of the magazine. Lauren, Miracle, Jim. Okay, Stephanie Jones, Brian Jones. Chris Rafferty. Okay, Rob Rucci, and we know that. Red herrings. Okay, look at that, look at that. Chris Raff, oh gosh, we found something. Chris Rafferty's prodigy side seem to have been discovered by the masses. Gone are the art pictures of his cousins. Instead, also a list of questions that people kept emailing him. The most relevant ones are the following. Are you the son of Clark Rafferty? Yes. Chris Rafferty, right? Which is this guy? This is Chris Rafferty. Let's see, what evidence did I uncover? Who is that guy? Yes, but I did not grow up with him. I remember him from when I was young, a little kid, but I moved away with my mom when I was very young. We left Pennsylvania and moved back home to Virginia. We lived there with Pete, my stepdad. My dad and I spoke a few times when I found his phone number on a check he sent us in the mail when I was 15. He was happy to hear from me, and now he calls me once a month and came to visit me at college. He tells me about things I don't remember and people like Guy Hudson and Ernie Madsen. My dad and I get along, but obviously we aren't very close. Did you ever meet the Rootrees? I used to know the Rootrees, but never the sisters. I was in the office sometimes when I was a kid, and I definitely met Guy Hudson before he died, but I don't remember. My memory is weird. It's hard to know what I actually remember and what I only think I do, because I have pictures. For example, I have a photo from when I was 5 in the office with my dad, and Guy was there. I made myself sick by eating chocolate, and some woman who I don't know cleaned my face. I don't know if my memories of that come from the picture, not the photo has been added to evidence. Okay, so he doesn't know the woman. This is Guy Hudson, definitely. This is Chris Rafferty. This is... okay. And this is a new woman. Now she should... look at that. She has a tattoo. Now we can have another picture for this guy. I think most probably she should be Christine. Christine Farrow. But I don't think I have got her profession right. Or maybe she can be this. Oh, she is this Susan Ford. Apparently. Nice. Nice. I got a visit. Hey, Chris.
Sam reached out to me finally. I think I have you to thank for that one. My family's in a bit of a rough patch. Even though the candy is selling better than ever, everyone is fighting over the trust. The majority of us want to dissolve it. On paper, it seems like the right decision. The arguments about what to do next are endless and heated. More than a few Rootrees are worried about losing their wealth. I don't think we deserve it more than anyone else. I love my family, my wife, my daughters, even my son, who I hardly ever get to see. I want to keep them safe and secure, but I didn't do anything to deserve this fortune.
Hey.
Hell,
I need some hints, buddy.
It less than most. It took me way too long to get my life together.
Okay, now what?
Okay, enough about me. Here's the deal. I can't stop the majority from voting one way or another.
Okay.
If you keep passing along potential Rootrees, I'll keep adding them to the list. On the other hand, there's been some leaps forward in genetics.
Mm-hmm.
It may sound like science fiction, but we can actually determine who's in the family just by testing their DNA. What you've done so far has been very useful. Just keep filling out the tree and we'll prepare for the tests.
I would have appreciated some, you know, some hints, man. There's also another picture of Susan. But we got a few things right, I think. Nothing on this tree, obviously. Oh, this is not Edison Sterling is not right. The photo is correct, but this is not Edison Sterling. Okay, this photo is correct. I got everything here right. I don't have anything here right. Okay, I got Stephen Garland is correct. These two are correct. Suarez is, I think this was already right. This is correct. Nakashia, another picture. Susan Ford and everything. Okay, let's see. How did you have proof of Ernie Madsen's heart condition? I knew Ernie had a heart problem because my dad told me on one of our phone calls. I asked him about the poison because I saw it on the Rotary Curse website, and he emailed some old stuff including the proof, but even with the proof, the website didn't take it down. You spelled fiancé wrong. I'm not good at spelling or writing. I'm good at painting and other art. I'm going to school to learn how to edit movies. I want to make cartoons someday. Lulu is much better at spelling. This is... Okay, this is Chris Rafferty. I don't know if this pictures will be... If these pictures are of any use. Okay. 6, I think from 8, I think it dropped from 8 to 6 right now. There's still some things to go on here. Okay, let's look at these names. Tiffany Jones, my god. I should have started looking the old names too, because there has a lot of updated information for these people. It seems Brian Jones has been busy updating Tiffany Jones' campaign website. The 2 new sections exist. The first is Baby Photo. There you see a picture of their new family together in the hospital. According to the site, our daughter was named after her grandmother, which ended up being very fitting considering she was born the night before Christmas. The second is What's Next. There's not much of substance there right now, but it lists some small accomplishment and finishes with the recent rise in popularity and controversy surrounding my extended family, there has been some extra attention on me. Stay tuned for announcements in the coming months about how I plan to use this publicity to accomplish bigger and better things. Brian Jones. Okay. I mean, but what should I do with these pictures? It's good that I have these pictures, but I mean, these pictures I think are red herring. Brian Jones, Stephanie Jones. Okay, I will just search Stephanie Jones in periodical. Butler County Times, Herald, Music Monthly, News Time. Okay, I have to search the older items too. That's what I should remember to do. Not updated. Okay. Let's go back here. Look at that. From 6, it went, I think from 8, it went to 3 now. So I'm on the right track. Oh, that's not it though. I have to go on the previous one. It's still 3. Yeah, I mean it went down, right? Elias and Gwyneth. Gwyneth. Since 6 pieces, the Gandhi company has placed much was actually side. This has first Anderson Mill Farm. Financial rise, gay rise. Go from base been taken down to. Okay, there's nothing in here. How about Elias Rotary? No, okay, nothing in here. Elias How about Carl Rotary? Carl, alongside, you do come across an article about a Christine Valdez who claims to have been Carl's high school sweetheart before Brenda. She does not make any claim about having a child with him. She just appeared to be paid to talk about his early life. Most of it is boring. She says that they met when he was sent to a private school near her hometown and broke up when he went. Christine Valdez. Nothing about her. Okay, let's see in the periodicals again. Carl Rucci. Hey, Charles. Okay. Christine Valdez. Okay, this doesn't help me. Raina. Okay, Rena Rucci. The website you used to initially place Rena Rose and Riley is still up. So instead of the cherry pink background with purple text, it's now a more traditional black text on a white background. The young webmaster has turned the site into a memorial. It seems like she did up getting her ESPS like Rose after all. From other hypotheses, we find that charity has been served as the Root 3 sister for fashion scholarship. The Root. Ruby Legal Enterprises. Ruby Spratt. Hey, that does not help me. Butler County Times. Herald. Okay, look at that. Valedictorian speech was somewhat controversial at the time, as it was quite serious, with a heavy focus on wealth inequality. Oh, this is surprising. This did not go over well with the predominantly middle to upper class audience in the attendance. The editor of the Herald at the time said Ruby, unsatisfied by simply earning her place at the Mid-Eastern with full scholarship, went on to earn a captive audience of her peers with a perfect GPA. It felt like the ideal occasion for a celebration of an undoubtedly incredible individual. However, by the end of her speech, there were many in the audience that wished that neither of those events had transpired. It was a passionate attempt to use a soapbox to proselytize her fellow students and their parents into the religion of poverty, but unfortunately, judging by the silence, they remained unconverted. Newstime briefly covered a lawsuit between Ruby Spratt and Picotti magazine surrounding Cicely Sanchez. They said that Cicely did not have the right to redistribute the photos in the magazine of Guy Hudson. Picotti apparently announced that they would be pulling their issue the following day, the moment the Ruby legal enterprise threatened them. This caused the issue to sell faster than any other in the magazine's history, though only for a day. Even people that would never have normally purchased it went out of their way to buy one, just in case it would be worth something someday. It especially caught the eye of conspiracy theorists who assumed that anything worth suing over would have to be hiding something. An expert legal analyst from Newstime said that it was unlikely that Ruby could have had the story pulled if it had gone to court, and Picotti likely got more eyes on it than it would have if Ruby just ignored the story. Cicely Sanchez, author known for Portrait of Change Maine, her follow foreign gospel She has written a few more books since. According to more non-fiction, recently appeared in a magazine called Picote with an article about a book she had been commissioned to write for Guy Hudson. Picote. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just going to. Okay. So there is a lot of mention of Ruby Spratt. Spratt was featured in the Portland Telegraph when she was in high school in an article called "Local Teen Making Change for Foster Care System." Okay, now this is looking weird now. According to the article, Ruby Spratt grew up in the foster care system and was apparently the valedictorian of her school, and was, as a Girl Scout, was earning her gold award. This required a project to help the community. Ruby chose to raise money to build a fountain she called Foster Fountain. The fountain has a few small pedestals that stick up high above the water. People are expected to toss coins into the fountain for good luck and will be encouraged to aim for the top of the pedestals. All the coins scrapped from the bottom are slated to be donated to the Portland's foster care system. A coalition of local businesses that sponsored the fountain have committed to matching any of the donations that successfully land on the target. Okay, let's look up. I think there's something about Ruby Spratt. For a fountain of youth, as also known as Foster Fountain. All the proceeds. Okay, a website for Portland's Park and Recreation. That under Fountain was originally conceived by Ruby Spratt, an alumni of the foster care system. As more businesses signed on as sponsors, it grew in scope and even beyond the Spratt's original hope. The fountain is unique because it has special targets that visitor can aim their coin towards. Then this isn't a huge amount of money from each business, but more than 100 businesses have agreed password, so each penny becomes $1. Okay, let me just look up more things. Let's look at this in the Business Watch, Butler County Times, Herald, News Time, Portland. Okay. Okay, now in Herald. Okay, now Picote magazine. Oh my god, we have a new magazine. So I suppose it did not register because I always search Picote. Unlike traditional tabloids, it doesn't typically feature celebrities on the cover. It instead... Oh god, dang it. Oh, it's something else I'm looking at. Instead, it tends to latch onto and create sensationalist headlines about whatever subjects appear to be popular at any given time. In recent years, this has included Beanie Babies, Magic Eye Images, even Red Bull. It has often come under fire for printing fiction along with the facts. Picote gets around this by stating in every issue that all of its articles are all the hearsay that's fit to print. At one point, Picote ran an article about Cecil Sanchez, an author she claims to have written an unread book about Guy Hudson. The article was not even the main focus of the issue, yet the magazine was threatened legally by the Sutri Corporation. This particular issue, the Big Sass Sea Bass issue, was pulled from the shelves. It has now become a collector's item, especially amongst conspiracy theorists attempting to figure out what the Rutri company was hiding. You find a recently finished online auction that listed a copy at over $1,000, but nobody bid. Okay. Let's search it in the periodical. Where's the Picote? Wow. In an issue that focuses on a talking toy fish and the demonic messages it supposedly said as the batteries ran low, Picote had an article about a cancelled book by Cecil Sanchez. The book's subject was Guy Hudson, and the issue was said to contain pictures that Cecily did not have the right to publish. Because of the pictures, the issue was pulled from store shelves, making it the subject of some conspiracies and instant collector's item. Due to this recall, the version found in this archive is incomplete. Picote. Baselbub. Could this popular gift film? Okay. Cecil Sanchez reveals routine secret. Okay, look at that. This was the issue of Picote magazine that contained an article about Cecil Sanchez. The story concerned an unreleased book she had written about Guy Hudson. It seems that it used the photo of Guy that Cecil did not own the right to publish. Unfortunately, the magazine was issued a cease and desist by Routier's lawyer. The magazine was pulled from shelves, and the version you found in your periodical search had the relevant pages removed, rendering their magazines useless. Yeah, this is useless, right? Cecily. Let's look up Guy Hudson though. Nothing. Okay, that did not help me. How about Cecily Sanchez? There has to be some information about her somewhere. Okay, obviously about Portland. Okay. How about Ruby Spratt? In Picote. Nothing about Ruby in Picote. What else can I look in Picote? Gas and Susan Food. Sonia Alves. Nia Alves. Flavio. Flavius, not Flavio Suarez. No, doesn't help me. Christine Ferro. Christine Garland. Okay, that's not okay. You know what? Let's go back to the board. There are still 3 clues here. Lauren. Okay, let's look these people up again. Lauren Dutry. In the wake of Six Pieces release, Lauren Dutry, the author of Life Between Wars, was tracked down by a reporter as being in one of the most upscale memory care facilities in Pittsburgh. She was relocated back to Pennsylvania when she began suffering from Alzheimer's. There was a minor backlash towards the reporter that tracked Lawrence down because they were caught standing on a ladder holding their camera over the privacy wall to take a photo of Lauren and her sir Clark sitting on a bench outside near the small pond on the premise. Okay, Clark referred to, obviously. Lauren, okay, let's look up in periodicals. Not updated. News Time. Picote, Portland Telegraph. Okay, this has not yielded any good thing. Miracle Rutri. It seems Miracle is going on a new tour of United States. Okay, it has been replaced. Be a part of the history. The oldest living Rutri reprises and details is an incredible true story. Miracle Rutri grew up as one of the most famous 5 pieces. Where's the Miracle? Okay. But fortune was nothing compared. He was young. 50 last time in his intimate evening. Miracle will reminisce about his famous history. He will discuss his family's saints and sinners and provide a unique perspective on one of the most notable families in the United States today. Learn what originally drove him away from his fortune and into the arms of religion, and learn how his life has become more wealthy in spirit than it ever could have been from his inheritance. Uh, I have to look up miracle in periodicals then. It's an old one. Miracle Ruchi appeared on the cover of Newsstand denying that Felix Velas was a Ruchi. Already have that. Picote. Telegraph. Okay. How about Jim Ruchi? Jim and Diamond apparently sent out some mail to Diamond's Dazzler that mentioned that they didn't spend a lot of time near or around the candy company anymore, so they couldn't really comment on any recent news. A best of album did get released. Jim and Diamond, right? James and Diamond. A best of album did get released during the Rotary Mania, and while neither of them have performed recently, the couple did do a few signings at a local record store near their estate. During question and answer session, Jim has stated he hasn't been inspired to write any new lyrics. As far as you can tell, Jim and Diamond's marriage is still doing just fine, and there have never been any rumors of infidelity about either of them. Can I look him up in periodicals? There has to be something. It's an old article. Picote. Nothing here. Yeah, I have looked this up too. Okay, so these are the people that died, right? So obviously Carl and Brandon Ruti sisters, but Kurt Johnson, Mark Sanchez, Trish King, and Eliza Nicholson. I don't know about them. Kurt Johnson and Mark Sanchez were the pilots and co-pilots of the Ruti jet. Although NTSB has been ruled out. Trish King was on the cabin crew of the Ruchi's private jet. Elizabeth Nicholson, who went by Eliza, lived in the house with her family about 200 yards from the section of the woods where the plane crashed. She reportedly had a heart attack during the commotion, and her family were unable to reach emergency services due to overwhelmed phone lines and ongoing storms. Her son-in-law managed to flag down an officer responding to the crash, but it was too late. Eliza Trish King. Who's Trish King? Trish King was... let me look this up in periodicals though. Okay. Trish King. What is this name? This is a very interesting thing. Tricia King. Trish King. That doesn't help me. How about Trish King? Spice search. What is Trish King? Why is this? Why is she named like that? Eliza Nicholson. Okay. Let's look up Caroline Morden. Maybe something. Oh, okay, there's something new about Caroline Morden. After the release of 6 pieces, Karan Morden did a television interview. Someone has uploaded a partial transcript of that interview on the television section of the messaging community. The transcript is only her answers and is missing the questions. This creates a somewhat confusing reading experience, but it does give you a bit more history about Caroline and some of her family members. Okay, let's see this transcript, right? 45 minutes. Thanks for having me. I have never really fit into the family, so it didn't surprise me. She could have put me in if she wanted to talk about the time during my activism days when I almost got arrested for stealing the spark plugs out of all her tractors. But I don't really think it fits her narrative. Who is Caroline Morden? Where she is? Caroline Morden. She's Zacharias' daughter, right? And Clara's daughter. Yes and no. They never tried to kick me out or send me to live on a farm, if that's what you mean. But I was already pretty unpopular, and once everybody learned why I divorced my husband, few people paid me any attention. She is my wife, not legally, but we have been together for half of our lives. Call it what it is. I was 20 and had just had my daughter. I hate to look back on that time because I was a terrible mother the first few years. I left my daughter with my ex-husband and followed Kai on a private jet to Europe. He lost a tooth and a client. I found love and a better understanding of who I was. Still, in our family's eyes, his trip was somehow more acceptable. Explain that. Okay, so this would be a trip in France where the guy got in a fight for hitting on the client's wife. Now, I couldn't stand him. Our family wrote off his behavior like he was some huge fan of romancer woman, but he didn't like the entire woman. It was doubly awkward for me because he was supportive than most. He was more supportive than most. I slowly figured out it was because he assumed I would be as shallow as he was. He was a workaholic. He seemed nice enough and did a good job. I didn't know him well. That was one of Sam's problems with our family. None of us did except Carl. Honestly, I get why she is pissed. That would be Ernie Jr. I'd rather not speak ill of the dead, not unless you want more stories about Guy. With Carl though, all I can say is we used to be friends before they sent him to a private school. He came back a lot judgier. It made sense why they made him president. He was a lot like my father after they disciplined the fun out of him, and after I started protesting farms, he stopped returning my calls. Give me a second. Battery is gone. Oh no, is the game done? Shit. A game crashed. That's something new. That doesn't happen usually. Okay, let me just start it over again. Hopefully it is saved automatically. Gosh, this takes time. But I think today we are making a bit steady progress. Where's the interview? Did I get no 45? The interview's here. Uh, he came back a lot judgy. It made sense when they made him president. He was a lot like my father after they disciplined the fun out of him. After I started protesting the farms, he stopped returning my calls. Oh well, he's harder to label. When I was a teenager, he was basically drunk or high or both all the time. He actually used to sell me pot. His problems with women was different than guys, but he never really judged me. I guess he knew it would be pretty hypocritical to judge anyone for anything. Back then he was destructively unreliable in every way, but nowadays he's just kind of boring and old. I prefer that to how he used to be and to Guy and Carl. But still a cautionary tale. I hope I'm never that boring and old. There's nothing in this interview that can help me. There are 2 more clues here. November Ruchi. Still nothing about November Ruchi. Absolutely nothing about her. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Picote. If I found Billy Sims here. Picote magazine is the kind of sleazy, so they're not afraid to publish a few details that more reputable news publication normally wouldn't. Look up the Billy Sims incident. It seems they did report on it. You gain a few new bits of information, though it might not be useful. Billy Sims was once arrested for throwing a Molotov cocktail at a company that was found to be tasting their products on animals. According to police paperwork, Crocodile Clementine's bail was paid for by Tostarito Jobson. It was fairly expensive. Picote interviewed other students that were at the event to find out if anyone knew anything, and the word ongoing was that Mark Clementine showed up because his daughter Mary was graduating that night. We have a name, people. Mary. Let me just look that up. We have a name. Mary Webb. Okay, first of all, let's look this one up. Fuga Fiesta, a regional Mexican fast food chain, held a competition in '93. It offered free meals for life to anyone who legally challenged their name to Tostarito. According to a few different sources, Tostarito Jackson used to be named Lucinda Jackson. What is this thing? Lucinda Jacobson. Okay, where should I? Okay, let me just crocodile. Let's search from here. Crocodile Clementine. Okay, let me look up Mary Webb. Mary Webb in San Diego has a website called Webb on the Web. Apparently, it's a personal travel diary that also doubles as an advertisement for her travel agency. There are descriptions of Mary's services, including booking flights and cruises. Almost all of them involve extremely niche audience. It seems Mary is the #1 agent when it comes to booking spiritual vacations aboard ghost ships and in specific hotel rooms that are said to be haunted. She also has a dedicated section for more traditional modern cruises that cater to a specific group, such as fan of boys bands. In the diary entries, she talks about the trips she has personally taken and uses that as an opportunity to feature description of amenities and excursions that the ships offer, even when you are on them to see a specific band or ghost. There's also a picture of ships, hotels, landmarks in place she has visited, as well as a picture of Mary herself with a ship in the background. One of our diary entries actually mentions the day that photos were taken. She was allowed onto the ship on a port day in San Diego with a professional photographer she knows. The photo of Mary has been added to her evidence. Mary Webb on the Web Paranormal Travel Agency. Currently found. Ghost ship. Okay. Company called Corporate Composition Photography. Let me just put the Mary's. Where's Mary? Mary Clementine, right? Should that be Mary? Oh, not. This should Mary. Okay, we have photograph. And what should be a profession? Travel agent. We have another final clue. Corporate Composition Photography is a photography studio that was listed on a few different sites for business in San Diego. Okay, no, it no longer exists. Company also mentions on the photography site with some IRC chat logs. They have okay. The one of them was from 1996. Okay, give me a second. 35.8. This is not. On one of them was from 1996, when Wall, the former head photographer from Corporate Composition Photography, did a Q&A with their users about taking pictures for promotional materials and print ads. Most of the questions and answers are pretty technical. They not only seem irrelevant but generally go over your head. One of the questions, however, mentions that Wall was on the cover of Telephoto and asks us about Iraq. The questions was quickly shut down by the person running the Q&A, who said, Wall does not wish to answer any question from his photojournalism days, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Who is LBP? Lebanese pound? Okay, we have to find this thing. IRC, what is IRC photography channel? Okay, we have to find things about Val. What is Val? Telephoto is a photography magazine. Wow. We have LBP. LBP days. Photojournalism days. Okay, I think it has to be related to photojournalism. Lebanese pound, lower back pain, lead based paint, low blood pressure, Louisiana Board of Pharmacy, Long Beach Peninsula. Some businesses have an LBP. Lynch Building Plastics, luxury bridal photography. Maybe this is possible. Lexington Bay Business Payroll. Lincoln Baby Photography, Laura's Bras and Panties, Logland Book. Okay, I think let's go with photography once. Okay, how about this one? Lincoln Baby Photography. Lincoln Baby Photography seems like a solid lead as it mentions a Wall, an award-winning photographer. It's a business in Beacon, New York, and on the site it is a picture of baby and a camera captioned with Came Lincoln reaching for his namesake. I guess he takes after his father. Wall. At the bottom of the okay, picture has been added to your evidence. Lincoln Baby Photography. Came Lincoln. Came Lincoln. Wall. Lincoln. Baby. Okay. Is she also a photographer? No, she's not a photographer. I have to find. Oh, she will. Yeah, the person will run until I get 20. This sucks. Okay, let's look up in MediWeb. Search periodicals. I think I have to look up in Portland. Picote, News Time, Herald, Butler County Business Watch, Silver Screen Magazine. Okay. Miss Telephoto right here, right? I have to look for Telephoto in something. Billy Seams. Which Clementine was it? Mark. Nothing. There has to be something about him. What am I looking for here? What should I search for? That's the question. Christine Farrow, Christine Garland. Telephoto. What is even telephoto? God dang it. It's a photography magazine. So what photograph am I supposed to? Nia Alves. How about Sonia Alves or Nia Alves? Okay. What is this? I mean, what is this even good for? How about 5 Ps? How about this wall? Or Mary Webb? Web Paranormal Travel Agency. Oh. Nothing in Hadral, News Time, Picarte, Portland. There's still something that I'm missing in telephoto. I have to find about Christine Farrow too. How about James Garland? No, no, no. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. Susan Ford. So I'm a bit lost. Okay, let me just retrace my steps. Mary Webb. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, I have to look this up, right? Rosalia Jackson. Lucinda Jackson. I think he married, right? So that's why he should... Oh, he did not marry. Lucinda Jackson. Oh, who is Lucinda Jackson? Jacobson, not Jackson. There's a Climb broader article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions Helen Rutry and Lucinda Jacobson. In 71, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing the Miracle Congregation Church in Butler County. They were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses their weekly things. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Rutry, who was there at the time while her husband Miracle was away preaching. Helen Rutry was quoted as saying, "Jesus forgives, so do we. The Lord works in miracle ways, and I'm confident He has brought these young women to us for greater purpose." That's how I found about Helen Rutry. Helen. Oh shit. Lucinda Jacobson. Okay. That has to be the same Lucinda Jacobson, I think. shit. Where do I find you? Vigo Fiesta. This is not looking good. Right now, again, we are at... I don't know what who to search for in telephoto. Should I just look up these names? Edison Sterling. Apparently, this is not right. Mark Clementine. Let me again look up in Picotti. Mark Clementine. Billy Seams. Tostarito Jacobson. Where does she fit in here? I don't think she fits in here. There's no space. We have to look up for Val Lincoln. No, Val Lincoln was featured in telephoto, the cover which featured one of his photos, as well as the portion of article has been added to the evidence. Okay, Val Lincoln, what photo? Who is he? Val Lincoln's War on War. Telephoto is a photography magazine. Val Lincoln, a photographer who went overseas during Desert Storm. He won the SEPI Award for photojournalism. Val got his start in high school when he took a photography class. Clementine, look at that. Clementine. She's a soldier. Because he couldn't decide what else to do and thought it would be best career in the world to shoot for Playboy. But he quickly found out he had a knack for it and began to skip lunch and his free period to spend more time in darkroom. After graduating, he tried to pivot to landscape photography but didn't have any patience for it. I work much better when I'm trying to tell the story of a person or an object. He got lucky when a photographer mentor of his who was going overseas to cover the war decided to take a chance on him. Most people wouldn't call it lucky to go to an active war zone for no pay, but he bought my plane tickets, all my meals, even pulled some strings there so we could rush my passport. For someone that had never had a real job or even left California, it was a hell of a break. Wall was only 19 at the time and shot the photo that won him an award the third night he was there. The photo depicts Lisa Clementine. Army. Nice. Who lost an arm in Operation Desert Sabre. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat and Lisa was in a vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly when the road ahead was partially destroyed and she and a fellow soldier were severely injured by a landmine. Wall says, I ran into Lisa just after her surgery and took this picture. Then, until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures of her. I guess it was fate, because that's the photo that won me an award, got me into your magazine, and also led to my engagement. Just earlier this week, she agreed to become Mrs. Lincoln. Nice. So now we have Mark's children. We have all the information that we need here. Lisa Clementine. Let me just search her in Spider. Okay, so this tree is complete now, except the fact that I don't have the right name for him. Edison Sterling. Edison Sterling. Let me look up. Okay, wait. Let me look her up. Clementine, right? Mary Beth. Miracle Rotary. Edison Records. Sterling Edison. No, nothing here. We have no information about this part. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. So there we got 3 entries right. Man, I just need one more entry to lock this down. Christine Farrow. These are the people that I want the picture of. These 3 pictures has to be somewhere. Also Susan Ford's children. You have to know about more information. These people are very elusive. Christine Farrow. Okay, let's try to look up Christine Garland. Let's start with Steve Garland. Picote. Mark Zema, search periodicals in Picote. Nothing. Kitchen Tales in Picote. This recipe, especially the 45 diplomats, I don't know what does that mean. I don't know what does that mean. Steve Garland. How do I find this Steve Garland button? Do we have anything? Anything in evidence? Look at that. Missing. Got missing pages. There are six clues here. What was the name of the... Big sea bass, something like this, right? Nothing. Cease and desist. It has to be somewhere, that article. Bas El Bub. Okay, let's look at that. Look at that. Bas El Bub. Let's look at it. Why not? since we are already looking at it. Oh, it's a play on Beelzebub or something, right? Bas El Bub. Spelling is right. ELBUB. ELBUB. Oh, nothing. Okay. I got every clue on here from here. There's nothing here. Okay. Notable events. There's something that I'm missing here. There's one clue still here. Sam Madson's Elias Rutri. Nothing. Okay, let's look up Carl Raffaellaro again and all the everyone. Ruby Spratt. Okay, this Ruby Spratt thing is intriguing me. Poster fountain and everything. Felix Fellows. There is a clue here that I'm missing. Interesting. Business watch. Okay, there has to be something in this one. There are two clues here that I'm missing. Plated loft. Okay, let's look at this thing. Nothing in about the plated loft here. I will have to look for a clue here. I think I'm almost leaning towards it now. Fuck this shit, man. Okay, let's try to look for a clue. Notable events. I haven't searched everything in the notable events. Notable events. You have not looked for Sam Madsen? I think I've already looked this up. Let's look on periodicals again. Okay. 6 pieces. Now, how about if I look up in this in periodicals? Come on, there has to be something. Picote. Okay, the Ruchi Rift. Clark Refugilaro, Lancet Trust. What am I missing here? You search for Ruchi Mania from. Oh, have I not looked for this thing? Okay, let's search in periodicals then. I'm pretty sure I looked this up, but I haven't find anything. Why is it saying to me that I haven't find that? I haven't looked this up. Five piece. Root of all evil. All your problems. Stevie. He had retained the infamous celebrity lawyer Stevie Whitlock. Steve Whitlock, let's look him up. He's a lawyer with a history of publicity stunts and grandstanding. Still, she is a menace to film Victoria Sealers. She became famous in mid-80s after successfully suing the multinational sandwich company. And since the company sold 1 billion, the missing sandwich long enough. Julia Water Paltry with the news coverage office. Okay, this is not related to Ruchi. All Your Problems for the first and only single. This track is the only new song on the album. The subject matter of the song is the hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think the money is evil are that they have it, those that can afford not to be greedy. In the song, 5piece triumphantly talks about taking the Ruchi's wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it most. Okay, let's listen this up.
Attention. This is 5piece coming at you from the real world. You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
There's no clue in this one though.
Man, y'all are hypocrites, sitting back in your massive estates, built from the cash that your ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it, based on your family's creations. Yo, but looky here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might burn bright in hellfire someday, like that Madsen chick and her two dads. My pappy's cleansing trust should keep you away. Yo, it's disturbing, catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners cause we didn't earn it, when all of your worth it came free with your name. You expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from he without blame. How about instead I turn my other cheeks and spread them? When you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burn their spoons for the needle. So once more with passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible. How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How wanted my share, that's actually extortion. With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless, I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets, the only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Hypocrisy, monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's top off my pockets, please. Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty, and if you're suddenly not eager to unhand that fortune, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion, and I'll do it all legally. Class action, courtrooms, decorum, I'm way past your fancy ass dormant.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Bring the choir in.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away. You say money is a root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burn their spoons for the needle. Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver
I don't think there's anything about of importance in this one, but this is a nice catchy song. Yeah, look at that. There's nothing. Not a clue here. Lauren, okay. Lauren Rootree's diary. Where is Lauren Rootree's diary? How do I look for Lauren Rootree's diary? There's no diary for Lauren Roottree, man. Public library. Oh, I have to look for public library. Live between wars. Can't think it. Oh, while revisiting Lauren's book, there's a single passage focusing on potential offenses in her immediate family. Finally, something. I can't. A diary an entry entitled Cruelty from Lauren Rootree's diary, written in 1963, focuses on the relationship between her mother and father. While it offered only redundant mother and father. Who are the mother and father? It's Clancy, right? While it offered only redundant information during your previous investigation, it mentioned the subject of affairs may be useful in this time around. I'm no stranger to true love. Jacob and I married at an age that most deem unfit for marriage, but he was also enlisting at an age that most deem unfit for war. We had no choice. I knew in my heart that our marriage was one for ages. He and I would still be together today if not for Okinawa. That was nearly 20 years ago. But there is an emptiness in my soul. I do not understand why contemporaries, so many girls I went to school with, have taken multiple lovers. So many of my girlfriends' husbands have been unfaithful. If I am able to remain true to the ghost of a maid with no chance of physical reciprocation, no potential for long conversation, how could it be so hard to love someone you can reach out and touch, someone you can joke with? I have not had to deal with such madness at home. My parents are a perfect match in the worst way. My mother's cruelty is a perfect fit for my father's general spite. In turn, Pop's status enables her incessant need to gloat and feel superior. I have grown up with their cruelty and disdain for others my entire life. Even my family remain unspared. They make fun of my grandpop and his family, saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, but nothing's thicker than Elias." They mimic Grandma Gwyneth's lisp and see her kindness as a weakness. Eliath, please remember Tham, not Sam. Not even of our family's maladies and religion go unremarked. Remember, God only put I in me in miracle. I can say without a doubt in my mind that my parents have never had eyes for anyone outside their marriage. They are too self-centered to look astray. I mean, so they were assholes. There's a clue here. Elias. They make fun of my grandpop and his family. My grandpop, that would mean obviously Elias, right? Eliath, please remember Tham. It has to be Sam, right? Or is it some Tham is someone different? I don't know. Update 1998. What? 1998? I have enough information for that. Wow. Stephanie Landon. What? Wait, Stephanie had an affair with someone else. How do I know that? Stephanie Landon. Stephanie Jones. Okay. This is a joke. Okay, let's see this thing. Stephanie's baby. Stephanie Jones Spider. There is a clue about baby's first name. I already know the baby's first name, I think. Oh no, I think. What am I missing here? How did I miss this thing? Baby photo. Named after her grandmother. What grandmother? Clara. Clara. And who's the grandmother, right? Our daughter was named after her grandmother, which ended up very fitting considering she was born the night before Christmas. How is this fitting? Daughter. That's grandmother, so she's Caroline, I suppose. Not Clara. Oh gosh, I'm stupid. Carol. Landon. What? Oh, not Carol Jones, not. Baby? Wait, what? She had an affair? But who did she have an affair with? Is this child not hers? Pride Eye. Is the reference what? Is a reference to a magazine on the Fried Eye search result? My Boston homepage, I suppose. I've already been here. I think I searched it. Magazine. My Boston homepage. Yeah, and this is the only one that I have. Beaches. Bright Eye. These things. I don't understand. What is this thing? Chef's signature. What? There's no chef's signature. I saw it in chef's signature. My god, how did I miss this thing? Wow, this is beneath me. Chef Signature covered Fried Eye less than a year ago, right around the time we were doing your initial investigation. Each article in Chef Signature tend to focus on a restaurant, and like the magazine's name implies, each restaurant lists the one main dish that the head of chef is known for. Fried Signature is the samosa cone. Samosa cone, nice. Oh, look at that. We have that. Can a vegetarian diet be trendy? Chef Signature, nationally published magazine targeted toward fans of unusual restaurant, features James and Robert Gardner on the cover of the November. According to the article, two brothers on a small walk-up on a winter called Fried Eye. Most of the offerings are heavily inspired by powerful spices found in Thai and Indian food. Signature dish is samosa cone, which from a distance resembles traditional ice cream, complete with waffle pattern. Inside it contains fried potatoes, pureed peas, carrots, and a special ginger-based sauce. What a strange thing. Robert, who is 3 years younger than James, jokes that okay, Robert is the younger one. That I know. That I already know that. Robert jokes that although the age difference left him delegated to wear the sous chef's jacket his whole life, he doesn't mind. As a result, James answers most of the question. James creates love. Okay, which of them is the elder one? I don't know. Most kids have had vegetable growing up, but they didn't have parents like that. My father was a chef and my mother grew up on a farm that supplied his restaurant. That's how they met. I don't have any memories from the farm or anything like that since we moved here before I could even talk, but tell me stories. My dad's great storyteller. He even wrote a book that partially helped fund Fried Eye. When we moved, they were looking to open their own restaurant together. Unfortunately, they never got it off the ground. His line cook gig ended up being less temporary than he hoped, and she had to go back to work as a secretary after Robert was born. But before we were old enough to go to school, we spent our days with my aunt. In the diner where he worked, my dad had no room for experimenting, so he'd exercise his skills at home on his day off. We'd always go shopping and cook as a family on those days, and even though we were hyper kids running around and causing a ruckus, those were some of our family's favorite memories since we were all together. Mom always had the eyes for best vegetables for him to work with, and she did her best to pass that on to us. According to the article, the parents, who are now retired, visit Fried Eye often. They even have a signature dessert, Sistine apple. The apple pie has been my mom's favorite. Possible does this scene chapter fun, but this actually secret name after them, sort of. Okay, let's see. Which one of them would be? Maybe. Okay. Man, I don't know how do I miss thing. Get a hand. This. I already put Robert Garland, right? That is only a spell to a sibling of the age. Robert is the younger brother and is wearing a sous chef jacket. Oh, this is Robert, right? I made a mistake there. Dang it. Sous chef jacket. I know. I already done this. Gosh, I know I know something is off about that lawyer. The missing Shipicote. Chris Apache. Conspiracy website. Right. What is the Ruchi cause, right? That was the name. Thomas Overwood. In the recent left Thomas with constant Thomas Overwood, right? It may more than one of series Ruchi baking of all. This many doing all the false ones, right? Guy is not that theory. Okay. Okay, my eyes have been opened. One of his posts details the belief that Ron Guthrie is still in charge. Gwyneth Guthrie's death was faked, and the Clark is the only heir to trophy below. Apparently, this allowed Ron to travel to France to develop their own new candy recipe in secret. Another is about rapper. He can't possibly be a Guthrie. One of his first album songs, when he was performing under the devil name, actually mentioned that he wanted to have sex with Raina. Not even Sam Madsen is spared. The author of Six Pieces isn't real. Sam Madsen is an anagram from M. Madness. They are purposely leaving hints for us. He claims that by using 6 pieces with Lauren Guthrie's book, he has begun to decrypt a cipher. Most of the cipher has seemed meaningless, but he managed to pick out words, people, and vastness. He's working on figuring out what it means. There's also a request at the bottom. Next year is leap year, and Overwood is looking for funds and volunteers to catch the Guthrie in Operation 1929. Okay. So, Guy is not that theory, right? The story is that Guy Hudson was a terrible president, and it is multiple something needed to be done that would put the company immediately and stand back, and so they killed off Guy Hudson. This move garnered sympathy. Company recovered. Next president stayed much further out of limelight. The people who run the site are asking for help. They're certain that there's a clue to all this accidentally leaked in a banned article from magazine Picote. On their page is a scan of the magazine's cover, interview Basil Sanchez, and some photos. Okay, well, this works. Picote now. Okay, we have full magazine now. Who is this guy? This photo is from a magazine interview. The issue of Picote, okay. Picote does not label this individual, both photos, okay, but I know where to put people. This is obviously Guy Hudson. Cicely was provided this photo by Guthrie Company. In the background of the photo, there's a Christmas tree. This must be Christine Farrow. Who is this guy? Christmas tree, Christmas party. It's a Christmas party. Christmas bash. I have to recognize that. Zakaria, who's that? Who can be that? The blonde. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see. Picote. You claim to have been paid a significant amount to write a book about one of the Guthries. Yeah, I met him on New Year's Eve actually, the last night of 78. Guy liked to throw big parties. I was just coming off Changed Man and looking for my next project. And when his wife learned who I was, she invited me to the party and then cornered me to talk about a book. This was the first time anyone recognized me for my work. I had finally made it. The book they asked me to write sounded great, but then none of the stuff that made him interesting was allowed to stay. Chop, chop, snip, snip, anything with even the slightest threat to Guy's image ended up gonzo. What was the stuff that made him interesting? At his core, Guy was not complicated. In fact, I think I could boil him down to the two traits. First, he wanted to be seen as the second coming of great Elias Rushri, and second, he had never been satisfied living the life he needed to be seen that way. He had his fortune and good looks, but he really liked to exploit that to pick up women. But he couldn't let anyone else know, so it cost him a lot to cover it up. That was the only interesting aspect of Guy. He was James Bond trying to convince people he was Mr. Rogers, I guess. Mr. Rogers, really? Maybe that's not the best metaphor, but Elias Rucci was boring as all hell and all about family. Guy did everything he could to be seen that way. After I submitted my first draft, he sent me this garbage book, The Rucci Legacy, with Elias on cover. The last time he and I met, he had even switched out his orange suit for the same green ones Elias wore. And remember fancy flavors? Guy knew that part of Elias' legacy was 5 pieces flavor, so that's what Guy tried to do. Caviar was a disaster here, but it was actually somewhat popular in Brazil for whatever reason. In Christmas, he went to Brazil to open the Rucci Brazil factory. Guy was always hopping around the world trying to recreate the success. So how come the book never came out? It's complicated. I had an out in my contract. Surprisingly, Guy signed the contract my lawyers wrote without running it by anybody in his legal department. I could pull my name off the book at any time. But Guy still got the content. After I left, it probably got a lot harder to convince any real publisher to give it their time. He was the president, right? Do you know why he never released it himself? If I had to guess, his family very wisely put a stop to it. Mid-81, months after I had already moved on, he called me back and showed me a final draft. Do you know how expensive it is to publish one copy of a book? It had my name on it in a big shiny embossed letter. Like all problem in his life, throwing money at me was his attempt to win me back. But it had half the page count and narrative was torn to bits. No thanks. The dinner was good. Important stag that likely cost as much as a month of my mortgage, and we all got pretty drunk. He sent his mistress, Susie something, into the bathroom to propose his proposition to me. Susie. So it has to be Susan, right? Poor girl, I remember her from our trip overseas. She was too good for him. Anyway, he died soon after, and that was the last it ever came up. When can you tell about the family? Any insight from Scandals? I actually haven't read it. I just skimmed the section on Guy to see why people were suddenly calling me up to ask about the man. I said she did well for what she had to work with. She had only had rumors, whereas I spent time telling him. Sometimes he knew, sometimes he didn't. He invited me to join them when dealing with Rucci Brazil, but I actually had people on him when he went to Australia, France and China too. When he met with someone, I figured out who they were and how they were involved. Doubly so if the meeting happened when he didn't want me to be around. Despite his best effort, I got the whole truth, including things even his family never knew. For example, the daughter of his business partner in Australia, I think her name was Robin. He and she definitely spent some time together. Yeah, that I knew. But I did. Mason got things wrong. Sam mentions Guy's affairs and treats them like most people would logically think to treat them. Like the infidelity was a problem for Patricia. When his wife first approached me, though, it wasn't to talk, if you get my meaning. On paper and in public, it was a marriage like any other, but in reality, it was a more of a mutually beneficial arrangement. They both got what they wanted out of it, the same thing. What was that? Assuming I have to spell it out so you can get it writing for your readers. Woman. Ah, interesting. Patricia enjoyed the company of women and the swinger scene made them more accessible. I told her I was interested in her guy. I found out later that if I had said yes, her next question would have been whether or not her husband actually had to be there too. Guy, on the other hand, was seen in a traditional marriage. At the same time, could bed any woman that found him charming. I can assure you that was exactly the type of marriage he was interested in. Okay, this wasn't a nice interview. But who is this girl? The blonde. This girl. Is this Susan? Maybe. Timing of Zach's record. Wait a second. This is this one. Wait a second. Okay, let me just see who is this girl. Timing of sex. Evidence. Retirement. Company document. Confidentials. Christine Farrow was hired. Wait, retirement party was here, right? Yeah, this is the retirement party. Joan Fellows. Okay, 77. So it is only Christine Farrow. We have a photo. Finally, we have a photo. Yeah, that's right. This has to be Susan then. Chef's Christine's job can find in chef signature? Really? My god, I am just blowing this up. Christine. What? Is this in the right place? Tyne. Is the right spelling? There's nothing in Zep's signature. Why did you say it to me? Garland chefs. Samosa cone. Where's the second guy? Robert. James Garland. Samosa cone. Wait, not that. I have to find out. Wait. Where is he? Where are the brothers? Where do I have to find about that? Mom was also a chef, I suppose. No? Sistine Apple. What am I missing here? Secretary. So she does not have a job. Okay, so her law job was... Oh, okay, I suppose that's it. Oh my god, I'm just completely lost here. I mean, honestly. Ruchi, Brazil. I know that. Wait second. Do I have the picture? Ah, this is the Brazilian picture. So I know who, oh gosh, I know who these people are. This is this dude. This is this dude. Okay, this was embarrassing, honestly. Very embarrassing. Oh, wow.
Hey there, it's us. So I just have to say, the work you're doing here is fantastic.
So fantastic, in fact.
There goes Clark. Always the bad cop.
Well, our law firm, Ruby Legal Enterprises, is having trouble keeping up. They're actually begging us to stop submitting new root trees. They said it's getting difficult to verify your progress.
Well, consider that a good thing. I told Clark you'd get results.
She says that like I didn't believe her.
No.
Regardless, the bad news is it's gonna take 5 potential tree additions before anyone locks it. Good luck.
And keep up the good...
Okay, I'm just going to save it right now. Okay, so but I don't know about this. Why is this an affair? Lisa Clementine. Who is Lisa Clementine? I already did it. No, I already know that. It's military. Is this? Oh, it's the last profession, right? Oh gosh, is this wrong? Support group. He makes another a professor. Ah. Oh, she's a profession now. Gosh, dang it. Okay. What am I missing here? Man. Really? Local students provide key evidence in scientific study. The article from March, when the four sisters who attend public school in Butler County are one of the only handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from two different genetic issues. One of them has asthma, another is allergic to peanuts. Their mother, Susie Ford, is the principal at nearby school for deaf, originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins who was one deaf and another was not. While she didn't have any twins attending her school, she asked if her daughter Melissa and Heather could be useful, and it turns out they were. She says they couldn't be more different. My youngest, we all call her that even though it's only about 15 minutes, is shy but she hasn't stopped running from the moment she learned to scamper. Asma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she is the definition of extrovert and is even performing in the local production of Is Their Life After High School later this year. Okay, I know that. Good. Asthma. So yeah, I know. Okay, so which one is which one? Youngest is shy. Asthma. Youngest is shy, but essentially stop running a scamper. Okay, youngest is shy, but biggest the one is asthma. This is the asthma one, right? And they're both high schoolers. Student Q12. I suppose I will have to put that. Q12. And what are the names? Melissa and Heather. I mean, if people usually use the name of the elder one before, right? It has to be like that. I mean, I already done that, so I don't need to do that, right? What am I going? Class list mentions some name, including a Heather Ford. Is she an actor then? What? Asthma. I know. Heather is an Heather actor. Wait. Oh, she's Heather. Dang it. I made a mistake there. And she's Melissa. See? My preconceived notions were wrong. Who's Bess Williams? I mean, I'm done with this game though. Waterborne, Miami, Hariga. Oh. The Pocketel Library no longer exists. Something you come across the website. One of the exhibits is the courtyard, that fountain, as well as a statue of an unknown author. The picture has been edited to evidence. Another is printing press that was used by the Miami Sunday and now Defense Weekly newspaper. Last original copy on art book, Cuban by Cubans. Unknown author, what is that? The Miami Sunday. Wait, do I have any other? Miami Mercury Sunday. So wait, Miami Sunday, so Mercury Sunday. Mercury Sunday. What? It merged with our periodical become Miami Mercury Sunday. The Miami Mercury Sunday was the outcome of merging two smaller failing newspapers. This resulted in world larger, which was only notable to the author because by combining the names in the way that he did, it was tied for the longest title. Okay, the Mercury Sunday then. The Mercury Sunday. What am I missing here? The Miami Mercury. Wow. Okay, I suppose I can look this up. I mean, they seem like a real. Oh, they're not real people. Last Route 3. Beth Knox. What am I supposed to look here? Base Williams. Alright, I should have just led with that. It mentioned Base's young son, now an orphan, was in attendance during the. I had an article Base Williams section in the when it was being built. Base's youngest son. It also later mentioned that what a bidding war for a planned expansion library in 1950. Bidding was won by Wildcat Construction and included. Oh, is it Beth Knox or Bess Williams? Wildcat Construction. Okay, I'll just look in periodicals then. Mentioned earlier in Constructing a Better World. Frank Wildcat Williams led Florida 1940 construction worker and returned a hero. He won the Navy Cross, and now he and his wife Ophelia. Okay. Wildcat. Okay, you know what? I'm going to save it because I'm I don't know, looking up just hints a lot. I have to regain my focus and try to do better. Gosh dang it! These games can be very, very tough on minds. Alright, so I'm just trying to change the game now. Alright, people, the next game is Beyond the Age of the Allsguard. Okay, we are just going to play this game then. I don't think my mic captures all the voices that I want to. Want it to capture. I don't think I'm going to play Pal World. Doesn't seem like my type of game. Alright, people, we are dropping in on Beyond the Age of the Allsguard now. I'm beginning to like this game a lot, especially because of the voice acting. Okay, let's say, I forgot what I had to do. So if I recall correctly, I have this tower turned on. We have to still cross the river. I don't know what. Also have to get out the stick. I'm pretty sure I have to get out the stick.
It's stuck in the stone. It's stuck in the stone.
Can
You
you
can't do anything with these.
not rocks?
That doesn't belong on a.
Not. I need to pull it out, man.
That doesn't belong on a stick. That doesn't. That doesn't. I think I'm gonna need that item. It's no good to me in the water.
Okay, you say so.
A rock is certainly more. That doesn't. That doesn't. I think I'm gonna need. It's no good to me.
Hmm. Okay, I have an idea here. Can I put the straw rock on top of that? Let's see. I mean, I don't know if this idea would work or not. But if I can put the straw rock on top of the stick, and then if the machine attacks the straw rock, then at least I will have the stick. And I need the stick.
It's us again.
Feel right at home, you two.
Can you?
Up.
What do you?
No, no.
To move. To get. Is there?
Did I get the doll?
Can you help? Well,
I'm
keep. To move. Seal it.
Did I get the doll or not? I did not see. I think I got it. I mean, it's a. Oh, it worked, man. It worked. And now let's pick up the rock. Oh gosh, I don't even know how did it work. Oh, it worked. Okay, can
Nothing
open.
visible to open it with. I'll knock politely.
My leader!
Uh-oh.
Ah, too bad. I was hoping it was that roebuck I saw earlier. So I could finally
Oh,
crack
dang it.
his- Wait! Now I've locked myself out again! I should really remember that this door can only be opened from the inside. Ah, well, I'll just use...
Here's the back entrance.
That would have been too easy. Jarek has one of his men stationed here.
We better not mess with him.
What would...
Okay, let's save it.
How do you get back in? Absolutely not. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do...
There's nothing here, right?
They're surrounding the entire tower. That's no... That doesn't do... That's no... A leather collar with a bunch... Oops! Now one of the bones fell out. It's got a hole at the bottom.
Huh? What?
That doesn't do anything on the wall.
Oh, okay, I got this thing. I use bones. This. Oh, wait a second. Can I use the bone? Well, I will have to get the.
Something tells me that machine must have swum away. All the better.
Okay. Not here. Oh shit. Let me see if I can get the stick now. I don't think so.
It's stuck in the... It's stuck...
Okay. Let's go to the wolf camp. Can I use it?
I need something else. The bone is far too thin and short to fit into the hole in the stone. I need something else. That's not what belongs...
Okay, that doesn't help me. Let's see the river. Okay, now I crossed the river. That's good. Let's can I knock on the door?
No, I should really... Ah,
Okay, let's see if we can get any hint. Don't think there's a hint here.
That doesn't do any...
Am I missing something here? No, there's a front side. Is that a button? Okay, I don't think I need.
That doesn't...
Hmm.
That doesn't do... That's no good on the...
Okay.
No! Water is a precious commodity! That's no good...
Okay, let me just look at
Piece of
everything.
wood where you can't even tell...
Let me just look at everything.
There seems to be quite a bit of liquid sloshing around in there. A particularly clear water. It's got a hole at the bottom. It could be mounted somewhere.
This could be mounted somewhere. What does it mean by mounted?
Quite an impress. I'm sure you can do more. If I get my act together, my father had taught me that. I wonder if they stored... Definitely very tear resistant. There are outlines of countries and some kind of... Reminds me that I actually got my friends only... Liquid wax sloshes around in the hole. That doesn't have to... Hopefully the healer only used him to... This mud is sticking to the bottom of my...
Come on.
That doesn't do any...
What can I... How do I open the tower? I mean, there's a secret door, obviously. So how do I...
A bone doesn't help me.
Alright, let's go back to the main. Okay, let's talk to him again, I suppose. He's reading a book now.
It's us again!
Greetings.
How can you be calm enough to read a book now?
Listen, I'm trying to find out about the monster that was causing trouble here a moment ago. It must be possible to assign it to one of the animal species. But even this clever encyclopedia here doesn't seem to have the faintest idea about where this thing might have come from.
I guess your encyclopedia won't be of much use there, my fuzzy friend. We're dealing with something completely unknown right now.
Maybe I can still find something.
If not, I'd suggest you find somewhere to hide.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Okay. No new dialogue here.
We have to...
I want to go to the strange building. Let me try this again.
The surface is all...
Can I try the new things? Okay, not this maybe. What sample is it actually? Is it bone? No. Then also this is a lever, right?
It would only be ripped or flung across. It would only or...
Okay. Oh shit. What? Oh, wait a second. What happened? This. Okay, this is weird. My game has shifted. How do I reshifted this thing again? Shit. I have to save this again and I'll have to restart this game. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on. Give me a second. Okay, we get to go again. Alright, so we have few new stuff, but what we need is some stick. But that stick, I don't think that stick is useful. Where else can I find a stick? If I have a stick, maybe Jalina would be able to help me.
We would have almost landed, and then would probably have... I think the ash... To light it, I'll have to try a little harder. I think the ash...
What?
The candle's melted enough...
Where do I use the candle? Let's offer him something.
Thanks. I don't need that. Vinza Muse kisses me. I've nothing to... Take them back. An interesting...
This is exactly the question...
Oh!
Okay, that's not it.
you have those things everywhere in your bodies. Doesn't that feel totally...
Okay, do you need water?
Is this one of your special waters by any chance?
Oh,
I can't believe it. Yes,
nice.
yes, indeed. As a reward, I will produce some of my world-class snail slime for you. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Here you go. Super duper extra sticky. Just
Uh.
for you.
Thank you.
Now I can, I think, offer this to a spider then. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay, so we are off to a fairly good start, I suppose. Let's offer this to a spider.
Are you trying to glue? Just so you know. And you would
All right, change of plans. The vein does not need.
Okay, where do I glue things up?
I don't think that. I don't. I can't get past this. The poor sap won't be able to. The poor sap. This is the wrong item for this.
What is the right item for this capsule?
That doesn't have. That doesn't have to be a.
Open, 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 open.
It's just there to collect.
Okay, I have
Leave
this.
the door alone with this.
Karate.
That's.
We gotta get rid of. Are you just so you and you would steal?
All right. I can't get.
I think I have to merge something that I don't know.
Iron boots don't look.
What can I merge it with?
The rolling pin.
Rope?
I don't have to tie a rope.
Mud?
I don't want to get.
I don't even know what is the use of mud here.
The wedge.
Okay, let's go back and try to rethink our steps.
Why would you carry something like that?
Okay, we can cross the river at least. Is there any item here that I'm missing? Use tower, use to.
It leads inside the. What would these ancient? It's definitely not making this. Don't know how I'm gonna get the door to open with this. Don't know how I'm gonna. Even if I tried though with his sides.
Can I use the mud here? Oh, so I can track his footsteps. Finally, I have the use for mud. Gosh, dang it.
This is slowly driving me crazy. And I stepped right into this darn mud. Wait! Now I've locked my... I should really... Now...
Nice. So now we know. Now we know.
Look! It seems like he stepped on these stones in a certain order.
Wow.
Right! A secret door!
Nice.
Don't run into that wolf. Lucky us. He didn't see me. Downright menace. Here's hoping that the owls who posed as
Okay.
You can clearly. He must have been the.
Can I open them? Second tower is on,
Wolf
guys.
must have uncovered this button.
It's time for the third tower.
This tower is activated.
Okay, let's go outside then. Okay, 2 towers are on. I can move on to the 3rd one. So we still have some items that we want to... Okay, there's still this stick.
It's stuck in the only a stick is left of the sign. That doesn't belong. The rolling pin changed. That doesn't belong. That doesn't belong. I would have to tie a rope around that. That doesn't belong on a stick.
Can't pull out the sticks apparently.
That doesn't. I've had enough. That doesn't.
Still.
A rock is certainly more.
Okay. What am I missing now? 2 towers activated. Let's go back to Tundra and let's try to offer this person something.
What horrible. How?
Okay.
That thing. What an ancient.
Nothing at all. What a useless waste of time.
That won't help her. That won't help her. That won't help. Jarek's men. They left. Oh boy. Darn! Those thorns are. I need extra sharp scissors if I'm going to cut through these.
Okay, I have to make scissors, but I need.
Ouch! I'll never get. Those mean thorns.
Use those boots, man. Use the boots.
This'll do it no good.
All thorns. Do I need the skeleton or pick up?
Ugh, I don't want to carry.
I suppose he doesn't want it. Tree stump.
The tree stump is full of hungrily gnawing woodworms. Oh, I can't catch them. They're... Oh,
Wait, I have to pick up?
It's somewhat of a woodworm commune by now. I can't pull that one out. The tree stump is...
Do I have to...
I can't catch them.
Do I need to catch these things? I wonder why. I wonder how do I do that?
I can't catch them. They're way too fast.
No, they are not. Just... Am I clicking the wrong button or something?
The rolling pin is too useful to feed to the woodworms.
Okay, let's see the items.
Putting this on the stump won't do me any good. The woodworms won't give a damn pile of sawdust about it. I'm sure the worms inside will distrust me even more if I beat on their... Putting this on the stump won't do me any good. The woodworms won't give a damn pile of sawdust about it.
Okay.
Putting this on the stump won't do me any good. The woodworm... Putting this on... I'm sure the worms inside...
Oh, the sign.
Who's up for dessert?
Okay, I got the...
Gotcha!
I don't even know what is the use of these woodworms.
Not a single woodworm left in the stump. Looks like I've successfully relocated them. I don't have to make it slimy here.
Ooh, but you two.
Okay, maybe I should offer it to someone.
Watch out for those wiggly.
Okay, I have to offer them to someone. Who eats these worms? Maybe the spider? Can I offer you
I
worms?
can't get past the spider with.
Are you
All right. It has to be.
Come on. And what is the point of a
That
wax?
doesn't have to be. The vein does not need another item.
Okay, it doesn't need. So woodworm is for rusting some kind of wood, I suppose.
That doesn't belong.
What kind of? Oh, I think I know what to do here. I think I will use it on the stick. Let me just go there and offer the woodworms to her, the snail, just to see. But I know, I think where I have to use them.
Those fellows are.
Let's go to the river. Let's get the woodworm to this stick.
That doesn't belong on a stick.
Really?
That doesn't belong.
What is the point of this hollow bone?
That doesn't belong.
Let's pull it, man. I need this stick.
It's stuck in the stone.
Grand dude, can you help me out, buddy? I would really appreciate it. Also, what is the point here?
Liquid wax slosh. Liquid wax sloshes around in the holder. Peaceful little fellows with an irrepressible hunger. It would only be or flung across. It would only be or. The surface is already. But maybe.
Alright, so that was unsuccessful. Okay, these worms are. I have to use it on some kind of wood. I'm pretty sure of that. But where? What kind of wood though?
The ornaments on the tent do not need to be decorated with more stuff. This'll do it no good. That's not what belonged. I don't want to burn it. This'll do it no good.
Oh, this feeling of no.
That won't help. This'll do it no good. I don't want to disturb the tree.
What am I missing here actually? I don't understand. Like what? I think I got everything from the coast. Have I?
That doesn't. Trees don't care about that at all.
There's nothing on this tower. How do I get out of here? Come on. Do you want worms?
I regularly encounter. You get.
That doesn't.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna need. It's no good to me. You can't do anything. I'd rather leave. I don't want to disturb the tree. That doesn't belong on a.
Okay, I can use a. How do I break the
doesn't
stick, man? Go to the pines.
They decorate the rather barren land. I wonder if there were similar trees there when the owls still. The trees are far too busy blowing. The tree.
I don't think this is supposed to be used there. I don't think there's anything here. Alright, so we have some stuff, but we don't know where to go. So first thing first, that I have to get rid of the spider. But how do I do that? Spider thing is
That doesn't belong.
kind of bugging me.
It's already doing its job here.
I need the stick, man.
I can't open. Nice seed for. I can't sit.
I just need one stick, man.
I'm not. Oops.
Oh, I can't.
Oops.
Okay, buddy. But it's, I got an achievement.
Oops.
Okay. What if I offer him some
Poor
stuff?
Sap won't be able. The poor sap. I'm sure the bandage. The poor sap won't be able to. The poor sap. The poor sap. The poor sap won't be able.
Come
The
on.
poor sap. The poor sap. The poor sap. The poor. The poor sap.
Oh shit. Give me a sec. Okay, so what should I do now? That's the question. Is there nothing here that I can use?
That won't fit in this shelf. Hey Gwen, would you?
Oh, I can push it. Wow.
Man, I've been letting my. I guess 6 days is.
I guess we'll have to come up with something else. Hey Gwen, would you?
Wait, I can push this or pull this thing at least.
Man, that's too heavy even for me. I've been
Okay,
letting my
okay.
7 day. I guess 6.
I guess we'll have to.
Okay, let's try to use different.
Am I supposed to club the shelf with? It's a little.
Oh. Use woodworms with. Okay, that's good. So this is the side entrance to the clinic, I suppose.
That was impressive.
Hey. Go to the gap. Open.
There's just this one opening, and I can't get it any bigger.
So what should I do? Can I? How do I enter the gap?
That doesn't have to go. That.
How do I go into the gap?
That.
Can I push it now?
Since we already created a hole in the shelf, what should I do? Even I'm too big to crawl through.
Okay, it's too big to crawl. Okay, so can Gwen crawl? How do I push her, Gwen, to crawl through there?
No, I'm not the manipulative type.
Hey!
Come on, Gwen.
That doesn't have. That.
Okay, now it's we have the gap, right?
Oops. Oops.
Can I push it?
I'm not here to move. The jar might fall to the.
What do I go with the gap?
Looks like someone's been sloppy with the house's structural design. Looks like someone's been sloppy with the house's structural design.
What does this mean, structural design?
There's just this one opening, and I can't. It's not that easy to remove a. What am I supposed to close it with? I don't need to have. That won't.
Come on. Man, what is this? What is the use of this bone? I thought it was to be used as a lever or some kind, but I don't know. I don't know. I got the gutter back.
The pipe is much too big for the hole in the stone. I need something else.
Oh, I get the gutter back. I don't know what is the point of that.
The surface, but maybe it'll.
Requesting sample for
We already know it doesn't work. The slime also doesn't work.
That doesn't work with these buttons. I don't think that will. I don't think. It would only be ripped into pieces or flung. This is the wrong item for this capsule. I don't have to make it. This is the wrong. This is the wrong. This is the. This is the. This is the. This is.
Okay.
Nothing will move. I wonder what these.
Can I pull them?
Nothing will.
Can I use
They
them?
must be inactive. Can't be used.
Can I pick them up?
Pulling out.
Okay. That sucks. I still don't understand how to make use of the gap. Hey man, do you want a gutter pipe?
Wait a minute. Doesn't this belong to that highly? How much did you have to pay to get? Oh.
He got scammed. I think I can push the gutter pipe inside that hole. Maybe. That's an idea, I suppose.
That doesn't have to go in the crack.
Oh, really?
there to collect rain. I don't have to. It has to be possible to. It's just there to. Best to. I can leave the door alone with this. It has to be.
Come on. What is the use of the gap? I mean, Gwen can go through the gap, but why is she not going there?
Looks like someone's been sloppy with the house's structural design.
I hope the heal.
There's just this one opening, and I can't get it any bigger.
Can I use it?
Even I'm too big to crawl through.
I mean, Gwen can crawl through.
No.
Dang it, Gwen. Dang it, Gwen, dang it, come on. Someone. This is great. I use the gap.
That.
Okay, so far I also have not found out the use for rolling pin, and it was one of the items that I got much early on now. But at least we have used the worms.
It's permanently attached to the. It's permanently. I can't open. Best to leave. Best to.
Okay, can't use a sign. I don't even know why I'm going to the healers. Can I pick up this sign? I need a piece of stick, man. That's all I need, a stick. Got 2 towers, but I just need 1 more stick.
That's not what belongs. That's not what belongs. The bone is far too thin and short to fit into the hole in the stone. I need something else.
Stick is there, man. Just pick up the stick, you dumbass, please.
I don't want to burn it.
Oh, where do I use the wax?
The candle. That doesn't. What good is this pipe gonna do me here? What good is this?
Okay, settlement. I'm just roaming from one place to another. Doesn't even work.
One's enough for me. That doesn't belong on us. That doesn't.
Hey, can you tell me what is this for? Can I go back here and can I open the door here now? What happens if I open the door here now?
I better take the back entrance.
I don't think that we can. There's nothing of significance here. Let me just see if there's anything I forgot behind that. In this, there's a portal and a statue. It's the same as the other tower. Yeah, there's nothing that's useful to us. It's just great. Just great. Can I pick up this stick?
Nothing can be picked up here. The spear is firmly attached to this repulsive work of art. Nothing's happened. What are those? Must belong. Nothing can be picked up here.
I do want to use a spear.
I'd rather not. I would never. I'd rather not. I would. I would have to tie a rope around that. I would never sacrifice this to those statues.
Oh god, I do.
A bone doesn't help. A bone. Now the rolling pin has some kind of lever.
Where do I need the lever? Will this work with the stone
The
disc?
rolling pin fits perfectly into the center.
Ah,
of the
come on. Really? They're just great. God, they're just great.
It almost looks like a grindstone.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I had to use a rolling pin with a wheel.
That's enough, I think.
Okay, now let's just free Jarlina. Okay, hey Jarlina, I'm coming to you. I still don't understand what is the use of slime.
Now she's free. I've got an idea.
Okay, where do we take her? Or to the healer?
She's waking up.
You two?
We freed you from the thorns.
I'm still alive?
You really didn't look too good. What did those guys do to you out there?
They kept me hostage outside the camp. I tried to flee, and they gave me a pretty bad beating for that. Eventually, I was able to get away from them. I ran inside those thorn bushes to hide there. But I guess that was somewhat of a bad idea. How can I ever thank you?
No worries. You more or less saved our lives during our captivity. I'm Finn, by the way. We've seen each other before, but we haven't had the honor of introducing ourselves, have we?
Thank you so much, Finn. But now is not the time for small talk. Did my father open the portal?
He did! And he ventured into it along with his henchmen.
Oh no. This is bad. Listen to me. We have to work together. Everything here revolves around an ancient, magical scepter. My father longs for the power of that scepter, but he is about to make a huge mistake. Those machines, those strange places, it's all connected to that scepter. And my father
And the
will only
horse.
make the situation worse because my head, everything is spinning.
Hang on, Jarlina. We'll help you.
It must have been those toxic thorns.
Let's get that healer here.
How do I get the healer? Oh, now I cannot talk to the spider then? Okay, let's talk to her again.
We gotta get.
Let's talk to her, Ben.
Well,
Do you have?
we're off.
Okay, dang it, I don't have anything to use here. Why do I use... Let's see. So now at least we got Jalina, so that's good. What is this thing? Slab. Huh.
I'm already using it.
Okay.
It's a path to the door. I get such a strange, tingling sensation all over my body. It's a path. I get such a... It's a path. I'm already...
Okay, here's something. Go to the imprint.
creepy.
Oh, a footstep.
Never seen a... Never...
Okay. Oh, okay. I know where to use the Vex now.
It's starting to cool down.
Pick up. Now we have a... Oh, I think I will use the sample here now. Nice.
Identify.
The surf...
Yeah, now I can use the sample here.
Positive.
Ah.
Cell initiated.
To be honest, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Not gonna lie.
Okay, today is... What is that?
What? What is that?
What is that? I think the suit.
Move?
Is it suit?
Hello?
Oh.
What?
It's
What
a
was
skeleton.
Hey, how rude! He didn't even say hello.
The lack of manners should be the least of our problems, because I see something much more disturbing.
Okay, let's look at it. Okay.
So it wasn't just a suit that was stored here.
It was a whole person.
I can't assign this creature to any... It seems like it was... but never woke up. Or maybe that creature was... The clothing of this creature... There's something in the breast...
Painkillers.
There are several pictures of medicinal herbs on the packaging. According to this,
Painkiller.
I don't need it. Apart from dust and a musty smell, there's nothing worth mentioning.
Okay, I think I can give painkiller to Jalina. Can I not?
That won't help.
Oh really? If painkillers won't help her, then what will help her? This is an idiotic thing to know. This game is going on for far too long now. I'm still forgetting something. Painkiller. Where do I use the painkiller? And where do I use the slime?
That doesn't fit. I can leave. It would only work. I don't think that will.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I don't think slime would be of any use here. No, wait. Oh. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, come on. All I had to do was this thing.
The wolves must have uncovered this button.
I got all the 3 towers now, so that's good. Okay, this is open.
This tower is activated.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, now we have to go to the healer somehow. How do I even go to healer? What am I missing here then again? Is this something that I'm supposed to open? There's a window.
There's no drawer.
Wait, what?
Gee! Ugh, that's some wind. It's a strong draught. And it's going out through the hole on the other side. Quite a maelstrom.
Okay, oh. Now the spider won't be able to... Oh, that's it. Spider will fly away now, that's it. Ah, goodbye, spider.
There she flies away. Hello?
All right, I'm coming.
Dude, couldn't have done much early on.
Forgive my absence. I had to take care of some quite injured people in there.
Really?
I tell you, by the hairy nostrils of my grandmother, I really have my hooves full since those machines appeared here.
Well, we thought maybe you could help us.
I will, if I can. By the way, I hope my overzealous assistant didn't cause you any trouble.
Just a little.
She is new around here. It always takes a while for spiders to adapt to our ways. Never mind. Off to the exam room. What on earth have you done to my cabinet? Well, whatever. There are more important things to do. And please, close that darn window. Thanks. I see you've already brought me a new patient. I will take care of her immediately. How else can the old healer Stenek help you? Amputations, nose hair extensions, a noble laxative made from only the best local herbs.
Well, long story short, we're trying to stop the wolves. They've opened the portal in the ancient site of the owls.
I heard about that. They are looking for something there.
We're on the trail of something ancient and powerful that may decide the fate of our world.
I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but feel free to talk to me if you want to know something more specific. I'll take care of your friend for now. Wolf, you cultivate unusual friendships.
We need her help. She and her knowledge could be the key to ending this machine madness.
I can try a bandage and a healing herbal ointment. Aside from the beating she received from her fellow wolves, the toxic thorn pricks got her pretty badly. My herbal ointment will be able, but still, you would need some. Unfortunately.
Maybe we can find.
Okay, I have the painkiller.
This will help.
Nice.
The pain. It's gone.
Nevertheless, sit for a while and rest a bit. Physically, you are still in a very unstable state.
And I guess I'll finally have a chance to fill my 2 friends here in on everything.
You were telling us about how your father is making a big mistake.
And something about that scepter.
Listen to me. I'll start from the beginning. Because more or less, I'm the one to blame for everything here. Nothing is as we believe it is, Finn. When I was a kid, I used to sneak around the old storage room at our headquarters. A place of many mysteries and innumerable quantities of captured goods that had been piled up there for centuries. My father, however, was not supposed to find out about me sneaking around there. I crept around the old boxes and opened up some here and there. The things in them were old and broken, so they didn't pique my interest. Except for this one box, further back in the dark. I seemed to be the first to ever open it. It was full of old documents, and what I saw in them seemed inexplicable to me. Thanks to my mother's teachings of the old languages, I was able to decipher the text somewhat. The documents told of some kind of story about events from over 1,000 years ago.
Whoa.
They told of another world in which our ancestors used to live.
Oh.
Were under constant threat from another strange, alien species. Throughout the years, this species claimed more and more territory for itself, and our ancestors got pushed back further and further. Our ancestors would have slowly went extinct if it wasn't for one owl. She was the most powerful mage us animals had seen up to that time. She was able to cast a mighty spell. A spell that was desperately needed to save the animals from certain doom. She did all this with the help of her equally powerful scepter. And do you know what she created? Our world. Or rather, a copy of the world in which the animals were living in up till that time. A mirror version that exists to this day, separate from time and space, completely kept alive by the magical power of the scepter. Here we were supposed to be safe, or so our ancestors had hoped. Have you ever wondered why something like an infinite wall of fog borders our world? As I said, the power of the scepter has its limits. It was unable to create a complete copy of the original world, but instead, only a small part.
Wow, this is really intense stuff. I presume this mighty scepter still exists?
It does, yes. In a hidden place that the owls have chosen here on this island. Behind this portal.
So the scepter must give the wielder tremendous power over our world, right?
Like any spell, however, it only has limited power. The day would come when the scepter's energy would slowly wane, which would result in the stability of our world slowly diminishing. Bit by bit, our lands and nature would slowly dissolve and make way for the original world from which the copy we know was created.
Wait, so it has already begun? And all these machines and strange places?
Are nothing more than the first glimpses into the old world, which assimilates into our slowly disintegrating world. At the moment, our world resembles a slice of Swiss cheese, with parts of the old world peeking through every new hole that appears.
Sounds pretty gross.
The machine creatures also seem to travel into our world through these holes. And as far as I have witnessed, they have been bringing all the animals they have caught here back into the old world.
So my family's there too.
It won't be long until everything we know will have dissolved, and we find ourselves transported back to the world of our ancestors. Or in what has remained of it during our 1,000-year-long absence.
That's terrible! Can't this be averted somehow?
The ancient documents say that you must take the scepter and reactivate its magic power. Only then can everything be reverted.
By the way, how did your father find out about all this?
The day these machine creatures appeared, I remembered what I read in the old documents when I was little. I went down into the storage room for the first time in years, where I hoped to find solutions to the problem. This turned out to be a mistake.
Jarlina, what are you doing? Didn't I forbid you? Wait, what are these documents?
Nothing, Father.
Show me.
It's just,
Immediately!
My father learned all about the scepter, and from that point on, he was obsessed with it.
Then we should find that scepter as soon as possible and reactivate its magic before your father does. And possibly does something stupid with it.
Well, have you been able to open the portal yet?
Yes, we have.
Fantastic. I'll meet you there.
We're as good as there.
I just need a few more minutes to gather my strength. And then we'll put an end to all this.
I can hardly believe all this. What an absolutely insane story. You really need to tell me more about this.
Ah, he didn't care. Are they talking? So what do I have to do? Do I have to go inside? Suppose, let me just see if I can go inside. The side. Oh, she's here now.
Quick, follow. We don't have a moment.
Okay, I think this is as good time as any to pause, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Okay, today I made quite a good progress, I think. Especially in the Ruchi game, I had to take several hints, but I don't know, man. It was taking a long time, and my mind is fried trying to solve the puzzles. So yeah, I did take a lot of hints. So that's it for now. I hope you have a nice weekend. So good morning to you if you are waking up. Good night to you if you're going to sleep. And if your day is under, then good noon or good evening depending on the time. It has been a pleasure streaming, and I hope